Hello everybody, the Lawn Gnome is here, and I feel the need for speed. Welcome to another new segment. I like to call this one the one that got away. Now, this is not going to be a segment that shows up often in a year because it's a very, very tight-knit group of films that I choose to review. The segment is really about movies that I wanted to see in theaters, and basically it has to be something that occurred the year before. And you will probably see, I'd like to say maybe 3 or 4 of these this year. So today, we're going to talk about a film that came out in September of 2013. It is the Ron Howard film Rush, starring Chris Hemsworth, Daniel Brul, and Olivia Wilde. It was a movie that I was really excited to see based on the trailers and based on what so many people were saying about it. And I was so upset that in less than a month that movie was out of theaters and I couldn't get an opportunity to see it. But I had the fortunate chance to actually watch it on a plane. I was taking a 12-hour flight home to the United States, and I finally got a chance to see this movie. I loved it so much, I watched it twice, regardless of anything that may have been censored. This movie was beautifully paced, a fantastic score by Hans Zimmer, fantastic characters that were so real and relatable, but the thing that really drives this is the story that involves each of these two legendary racers, Niki Lauda and James Hunt. This is a true story that took place in the late 70s. The feel of it was very 70s-like, with also some great classic rock. But it was so incredible because there was no protagonist and there was no antagonist. These two guys had a completely different feeling towards the sport of Formula One racing. Lauda was the person that truly wanted to be the best because he knew everything about racing, he knew everything about cars, he even helped his team build some cars. And all he wanted to do was show that he knew what he was talking about, especially because of his beginnings. And James Hunt was just a guy that did want to win, but it was all about the fame and the fortune, and just saying that I am the best, when he may not truly have been the best. And the thing is, as this story keeps going on with these rivals, and I love the fact that it was a rivalry story, because you really take a look at, even though there may have been a lot of media hype in regards to what these guys truly felt for each other, when you take a look at them behind the cameras, you really see how they truly felt about each other. Because Lauda, while he did have a crazy rivalry with Hunt, he didn't really hate Hunt. Not at all. At the very end of the movie, and I really don't want to spoil it, it's amazing how you see these two characters really take a look at one another based upon how they originally got introduced to one another, and they really become two completely different people by the end of the film. I was so upset that this movie didn't get any critical acclaim from the Oscars. I really feel that Ron Howard did a great job directing. I've seen a lot of his movies, but I'm not really his biggest fan. This movie was just an intense, character-driven roller coaster ride, and I love a good movie about sports, even when it comes to a sport that I'm not truly familiar with. I've always known who Niki Lauda and Mario Andretti were. I really wasn't that well knowing about James Hunt, but I was so glad that I got to see this movie, because it really is a phenomenal film, and I really feel that you should take a look at it if you haven't. And I am actually going to be giving Rush 4 out of 4. It was a great movie, and I'm really glad to say that it probably would have been number 6, right above The Wolf of Wall Street, if I were to rank all the movies that I had seen in 2013. I'm glad to say that as great as Rush was, I'm happy with the 5 that I chose. So take a look at this movie, guys. It's fantastic. I'm so happy to know that I finally saw it, and I'm definitely getting this movie on DVD. If you have any thoughts about it, I know that one of my good friends, Dr. Hasline, loved this movie, sent me some comments in regards to it. If any of you have seen Rush, let me know your thoughts. I really want to know if you were upset with the fact that it didn't get any Oscar credits. So take care, guys. This is the one that got away. I'm hoping there will be another few this year, and actions speak louder than words.